Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a part 2 to Why is Brandy Melville Not Cancelled video from last week. I decided to do another one because I quite enjoyed making the first one and it did quite well, so I decided why not do it again. So today I'll be going over topics such as Italian beauty standards, since Brandy Melville is an Italian company, and a more in-depth view of their controversies and what surrounds the company. For those people who may have missed part 1, you can find the link in the description below. And for those unfamiliar with Brandy Melville, it is an Italian fashion company specialising in trendy clothing with a target demographic primarily made up of teenagers. There isn't much on the actual owners themselves, as they haven't really said many things to the public. However, most information on this company does come from what employees have come out saying, so anything said is allegedly because it's all by word of mouth from the employees. So through doing research over the past couple of days, I have found more information on Brandy Melville that I didn't really know about. So to start, let's delve into the Italian beauty standards. Thinking about why a company would design clothes for a relatively limited audience led me to consider the significant influence on beauty standards, in these fashion choices. The research I found was that in Italy, men actually prefer women who look more like supermodels, such as women having a slender physique with defined facial features. Certain iconic figures like Scarlett Johansson particularly capture the admiration of Italian men. These things would make complete sense towards why Brandy Melville would create the clothes for such a specific audience and for petite people. Silvano and Stefan Marson must have created the clothes with a specific vision for who they want to wear their clothing items. This connection between beauty standards and fashion choices plays a vital role in what is created, but it's also so far apart from what most other people know from different countries, where we're just able to go into shops and find items for all different shapes and sizes. And it becomes more evident that these industries often do mirror and shape societal expectations, influencing not only the clothes we wear, but also the standards of beauty to which we should aspire. However, this only one minor controversy that Brandy Melville has been under. Personally, after discovering everything else that they have done, this controversy doesn't even seem that bad. It's honestly nothing to what I have found out. There are claims that the owners of Brandy Melville exhibit a discriminatory stance. The owners have expressed they're against black or larger bodied individuals wearing their clothing. The former senior vice president, Luca Rotanda, said that allegedly the owners of Brandy Melville did not want black or fat people working in their stores. Personally, I don't know why it would matter if black people realistically worked in their stores, even if they wanted to maintain the people working in stores to fit into their beauty standards. I don't know why they wouldn't let black individuals work there. And this also allegedly led to many people being fired from their jobs due to their physical appearance and their race. Even though the clothes are made for specific people, possibly due to the Italian beauty standards that we spoke about earlier, why would they need the workers to just conform to these standards? Even surely, if they do want to maintain this standard, working there for the business is completely different to the person themselves. Personally, I've worked in a clothing store within the place where I work, and I've never had to fit a specific beauty standard or wear specific clothes that would entice people to buy them. It just makes no sense because I'm not the model, I'm not the face of the shop. Yes, look presentable, don't come in smelling, don't come in looking all dirty. As long as you look presentable, it should be fine because it doesn't affect your wear. Something else I've also found was that in the New York Post article from September 7th, 2021, also if you want to read it yourself, I have linked it in the description, however I'll read some of the article now. The report says Marson was so involved in every area of the business, he would allegedly even ask for full body pictures of girls, some as young as 14, before he would greenlight store managers to hire them. Once girls began working at Brandy Melville, they were allegedly expected to keep sending full body pictures to Marson whenever they were at the store, Martin claimed it was because he wanted to keep an eye on fashion trends, but this information will become much more disturbing with what else insider information told. Allegedly, girls who were favoured by Martin were given access to the company's Soho loft, flown on trips to Hawaii and Italy, and were taken on shopping sprees. But those perks led to inappropriate behaviour. According to the report, the favoured female employees were expected to try on new clothes in front of the male management and allegedly strip down in front of them, the report said. One 20-year-old manager allegedly said she was sexually assaulted at the company's Soho loft by a man who ran a number of Brandy Melville stores, according to Insider. I definitely do not think that there is any way to absolutely defend this, and this company should not be around for these accusations, or at least someone else should take over the company and not have these people running it. If these things really did happen, as they've been said to, why has no one taken a look into the company properly? Why is there so little information on the internet about these things and these people? And why hasn't someone from like HR, I don't really know how it works in America or Italy, why hasn't someone from HR gone in, spoken to these employees and gotten everything out so they could help them, first of all, and second of all, stop the business from running? As I mentioned before, all of Brandy Melville remains pretty much private, such as the owners, and most of the information comes from people who have worked there. Most of the private information is literally nowhere to be found online, mainly about the owners. That's probably why the brand has been able to thrive for so long, because no one really knows what goes on. The stuff that they do stays under the radar, most likely due to their status, and people willingly ignoring these things because of brand loyalty. And also another thing is that they do make clothes much differently to everyone else. It's more affordable than Urban Outfitters, I'm pretty sure, but also it's really trendy and what people want to be seen in. It can also be seen as sort of like a status symbol, showing girls that they can fit into these clothes and they do fit this Brandy Melville stereotype body type. But something a little more to just lighten the mood is just something that I found interesting was the ages of the people employed. According to Zippia statistics, Brandy Melville has 46% of employees aged 18 to 20 and 42% aged 20 to 30, in comparison to Urban Outfitters, which has a 25% employee rate for people aged 18 to 20 and 60% aged 20 to 30. This doesn't really come as a shock because people go to college, university, begin to look for jobs to make their own money, and then that's probably the first thing they see and they apply. However, the gender ratio between men and women employees is much different. To put it into perspective, Urban Outfitters has 59% female staff and 41% male staff, whereas Brandy Melville has 72% female staff and 28% male staff. One of the reasons why I think they have more female staff is because their clothing stores are more catered towards the female eye, but also, even if the shop is more for females, I feel like they should have a higher rate of male staff because it seems like females are favoured over males to work there, which could come across as discriminatory and unfair to other applicants who actually do apply for the job who are more qualified for the job. But I also know why more females get accepted to the job, because it is just female clothing, but also because they want people to come in, see the women in their clothes and buy them. But personally, I just think this company should be watched by someone in like a HR department, I think it is, and have a thorough investigation done on them to make sure that everything is fine, that the employees are treated fairly, that women aren't being taken advantage of, and neither are younger children, because that's another thing. Having kids as young as 14 working there should definitely have some extra safety precautions because they are minors. They don't really know what is going on. They don't have a full grasp of what can happen in a workplace. So something should be there as a support for them. Okay, so this is the end of the video now. If you want to see more content, please like and subscribe. And let me know down in the comments below if you've stuck so long, what your opinions are, what you think they should do, and what you think should and shouldn't be allowed in companies like these. If you want to see more types of videos like these, please leave recommendations down below of what I should research and see brands-wise, people-wise, and I'll try to do that. Thank you, bye.